What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Since the launch of Chapter 2 a few weeks ago, I've been getting a ton of requests to draw 8-ball from Fortnite. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification because I'm posting new videos every single day. Let's get started at the top center of our page with the number 8. So we're going to draw two circles, one above the other. So let's start at the very top. We'll draw in the first circle. Now we're going to leave a small gap and draw that same thing just below it. So right in the middle, draw in the lower circle. Now we're going to draw on the outside of the 8. So in the center, we're going to move over towards the left side. I'm just going to surround the top circle, going all the way around, leaving an even space gap back in. And we're going to do the same thing along the bottom. So we'll start back on the left side. Let's draw on the lower part of the 8. Going all the way around and then back in. Let's fill that 8 in black. Now we're going to draw that large circle around the 8, but to make this easier, we're going to start with the top half and add a couple notches along the side. So let's start on the left side. We're going to curve up in the middle and back down on the right. Now let's add those notches. On the left, angle down and in with a short line. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're just going to taper this back out towards the side. Now back on the left side, let's round this out, curving around and in. And we're going to add another notch along the bottom here. We go up and then taper that back down. Now here we're going to work in the right side of the circle back up towards the top. Go down, up along the side, and then in. Now we're going to move to the side and draw on the lower part of the head. So move over towards the left side. Start by drawing a half circle, curving down in the middle. Now we're going to bring this up on the right side. Now we're going to move up and draw on the top of the head. So back on the left side, we're going to bump out the side, going out and then up. Then we're going to round out the top of the head. I want to bring this back down and then in on the right side. Now we're going to go in and add some detail along the head. In the center, we draw a straight line going across the middle. Now we just want to angle down and out slightly on either side. Let's come down with a straight line, leaving a gap just above the chin, and then we'll go straight out towards the sides. Now from the top corners, we're going to step out, draw another line coming down on either side, and then at the bottom we're just going to pull this out towards the side of the head. Now let's go back up to the top. We draw an angled line going up and out. And then we'll go up with a steeper line along the sides. And then from here we're going to draw an angled line going up, just lined up with the top of the cheek. Right about there. And we'll pull this straight out toward the side of the head. Now let's move up from this line, draw another line coming in on both sides. We're going to go straight up with a short line. Now we're going to angle up and out toward the side of the head. Alright, so we finished the head, let's work our way down the body. We're going to start with the sides of the body first. So over on the left side, just underneath the head, I'm going to curve out and down towards the hip. Let's move over towards the right and do the same thing to the same height. Now let's close off the bottom with a curve. Starting on the left side of the hip, curve down in the middle, and then back up. Now from the hip, we're going to step up and draw that same curve for the top of the belt. Let's move to the center and draw the buckle. We're going to leave a gap in the middle. We're going to add two lines, one on the left and then one on the right. Now we're going to move out and draw 2 straight lines side by side on the left and right. Now we're going to move up and draw in the collar. On the left side, we're going to draw a straight line coming down. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with a curve, coming down and then back up. From the top, we're going to draw a straight line going all the way out towards the side of the body. Now we're going to move down and draw on the lower edge of the vest. Starting on the left, we're going to start with a straight line going across. Now on either side, we're going to angle down and out. And from here, we're going to pull this up and out towards the side of the body. Now we're going to add a line coming down the center, above the vest, and below. So underneath the chin, go straight down, in behind the vest, and come all the way down towards the belt. And then we'll go out towards the bottom corners and draw another straight line coming down. Let's add a little detail to the vest. Starting at the top, we're going to draw an angled oval. Coming down and up, we'll step down, draw that same sized oval, and then in between we're going to pull in and draw that same thing. Let's fill those ovals in black. Now let's move over to the right side. From this top corner, we're going to angle down and in, we'll angle up, and we'll follow that same angled line going up toward the top of the vest. Now let's continue working down with the legs. In the center, we're going to step down and draw a curve from left to right, going up and then down. And we're going to leave a gap in the center, go over towards the left side, curve out, and then down with a short curve on either side. Let's round out the bottom of the pant. Starting from the inside, we're going to curve down and then bend that back up. And then we're going to move back up towards the hip and draw on the side of the leg, curving out and then down. Let's tuck the feet in underneath the pant. From the inside corner, we step out, draw a straight line coming down towards the heel. Now we're going to round out the bottom of the feet. Starting from the heel, I want to curve down and then up towards the toe. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to draw on the top of the foot. From the toe, I want to draw a half circle going up, aiming towards the heel. But we're not going to go all the way. We're going to stop right about there. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to move back up and draw on the outside of the leg. From the outside corner of the pant, we'll step in, draw a straight line coming down on top of the feet. Let's thicken up the sole. We're going to step up, we're going to follow that same curve of the foot, going across towards the heel, and then from the heel to toe. From the outside of the leg, we're going to step in, draw one straight line coming down, step in again, and draw another one. Do the same thing on the right. Let's add a couple pouches on the outside of the leg. Starting from the hip, we're going to draw a straight line going out on either side. Now we follow the same curve of the leg, coming down. And then from here, we're just going to angle down and in behind the leg. Now I'm going to add a strap over on the left leg. Starting on the outside, we're going to curve down and then in. Step down and draw that twice. Now we're going to add the symbols over on the right leg, but we're going to have to simplify this because of the space. So let's start at the very top with a straight line. And we're going to come down, creating an upside down triangle. We're going to step down, draw a line going out, draw that twice, and then we'll close off the ends. And then we're going to add a square along the bottom. Start with the top line, and down the sides, and close off the bottom. We're going to trace this out on the inside. Now let's move up and draw on the arms. We're going to start halfway between the chin and the bottom of the belt. So right here, we're going to curve out and then down with a short line. We're going to move in towards the cuff. We want to overlap the top edge of the cuff over the arm. So from this line, I'm going to step in and down, curve up over the arm, and then go out. Let's do the same thing on the right. Stepping down and in, curve over that line, and then out. Let's go back to the left side. Draw a straight angled line coming in towards the wrist. Now we're going to add the thumb. We'll draw a small half circle. At the end of the thumb, we'll draw a bracket. Let's do the same thing over on the right. Start with that straight angled line going in towards the wrist. Draw that small half circle, and then a bracket. Let's go back to the outside of the cuff. We're going to draw a straight line coming down. Now we're going to connect the outside to the inside with that same curve. Going in and then down. Now we can go in and add the fingers. Starting at the bottom of the thumb, I'm going to curve down and up around that bracket. Let's add 2 more fingers. I'm going to step down, curve down and up. Now the third finger, starting out here, I'm going to curve out and pull that in towards the outside of the wrist. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Now let's draw on the outside of the arm. From this point, we're going to step in, we're going to curve up and in behind the head. We're going to add a few symbols along the outside of the arm. Starting on the left, draw a half circle. Now we're going to move down and draw an angled line. Step down, and we draw that twice, and then we'll close off the end with a straight line. Let's go over to the right side. Starting up here, we're going to draw 4 angled lines coming down, with even spacing in between. And we'll close off the 2 top lines with the line, and then the same thing along the bottom. Then we'll move down and add a half square. Coming in, coming down at an angle, and then back up and out. Let's add a couple angled lines across the square on the outside. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's the 8-ball skin from Fortnite Season 11. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.